About 45 seconds left. Doing a portcullis strain as they get a double cross there, and the breach for the Red Alliance. 30 seconds left. 1585 managed to move up onto that batter, trying to get over onto the batter as the Red Alliance with 3, 2, 1. A last second scale by 6:39.
So you guys are at IC?
Yeah, we're from IC.
Nice. What do you think of college? I'm Quinn Bador. I'm a junior at Ithaca High School. As the coach, I worked with the scouting team, the building teams, and the drive team, and I was on the field. So I played a prominent role during the actual build season. You asked me a question once, which was really good. So I don't know, work on being more precise, like always faster, more precise, fluid. Like if you have a choice between hitting something and getting it in the time that you need, like hit it, but like don't like, if it's another robot and you have to push it out of your way, you're not gonna want to run right through it because you could get a foul for that, potentially break it. So slower, just be precise and fast.
Any questions?
Ready, set, go. I selected the drive team of members that I could work well with, not necessarily the best, but who would work together to ultimately make the best team.
So we would have taken 1 minute and 1 second.
Are you counting the 2 seconds you would have had to hold it?
No, I'm not too worried about that exactly. I just subtracted the 15. Oh, it's quite a little bit more than that. But so the red, he did everything. Then he was at draw was at 53.64 or 37.97 because that's the when he missed.
He's not quite on it, but he hit it very, very centered.
He needs to be a little bit not quite centered.
I think that I did well in the first one. The second one I had some hang-ups, but I think that more practice will yield improvement.
I think that overall he did amazing. There are definitely some flaws, but really it showed my amazing ability to pull through and fight on. America!
There's trust, and sometimes there isn't trust, so you have to figure out what people can actually do and what they're just saying they can do, because there's a lot of playing oneself up so that you get picked. But if you want to win, you need to be honest, so there's a lot of politics. We just did the driver testing. We're still in the process of testing, so it's a secret as of now. But the person who's won driver is, in fact, Kieran. Zach is his backup because they were so close it came down to a blind vote where only 2 people actually know what the votes cast were, and it was not unanimous. So it was a very intense experience, and either way we would have been amazing. So we had to make the tough decision.
He knows the robot.
Are you gonna try to get not the spy? Yeah,
That's gonna go simple. Anyone can roll a ball. Anyone can press. Anyone can.
Zach will be able to give
I
you
think
some
Zach
pretty
would be
good-
much better as a human player now.
Yeah,
hands
that's
down,
true.
hands down.
And Zach will be able to give you feedback on how much to turn the robot and stuff like that.
So if it's my team, I kind of let them know I'm going to be yelly, I'm going to be loud. We have enough of a bond. We're close enough that we know that that's just the way it is there, and afterwards we're joking around. So you have to get in the mentality of this is what we have to do. It's going to be kind of drill sergeant-y for those 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and then everyone's back to happy.
Well, I never really considered being in communications type job before Code Red, but giving me the opportunity to work with local businesses and sponsors has sort of opened me to that world. I didn't really know that how that might function in a real job setting. I'm Karina Burbank. I'm a sophomore at Ithaca High School, and I'm the team's public relations officer. As PR, it's my job to work with local sponsors, local businesses. We have a close relationship with a variety of sponsors in Ithaca. I also write press releases for local media like the Ithaca Journal, and even broader as well.
Now I'm practicing both practicing my editing skills with Premiere Pro and also creating kind of like a video to get attention for Code Red. We post this on YouTube, and we can send this over to other teams to really show that we're a really cool, hip team that we should team up with. It's just to really expand our name. People are gonna watch this video and say, "Hey, Code Red." So when it comes up later, they'll be like, "This is a team that's that's really going to win.
Sort of function as a unit, and while we have specific jobs and officer positions and things like that, we all work for the good of the team. It's sort of a greater whole, and like any individual team member could never accomplish the incredible things that we do as a team. And it's also become sort of a family and an incredible community on Code Red. So it's really difficult to say like, oh, this is something that I have done, because everything we do is part of this incredible community.
The team was started in 2001 with about 12 students altogether and 3 mentors. And since then, it's grown up to 75 students and about 18 mentors over the years. I would say, given the fact that we have our robot driving 2 weeks ahead of schedule, where we normally are, and it's a good solid robot, I would say that we have a good shot of being in the top 2 to 3 at both competitions this year.
I'd say at this rate, I'm pretty hopeful that we will make it. This year we're way ahead of schedule and everything's on track, so I'm very confident that we'll do well at our competitions.
My name's Elliot. I am the president of FIRST Robotics, and I'm a junior here at Ithaca High School. I'm responsible for the team's success. That's basically the shortest way of putting it. But I kind of have more of an annual role. So year-round, I have to basically work to make sure the team is going through all their outreach, doing all the outreach they need to do, and basically living up to the FIRST expectations of being more than just a robotics team.
They like mentor junior Lego League teams, and like as simple as like just raking your neighbor's yard, like just something around the community.
And it's hard because STEM is definitely kind of intimidating ways for kids to get into. It's very kind of, robots and programming and machining and all that stuff. It's hard to kind of breach into. So you really have to get students in just kind of on the ground level, working with their hands, and then from there get them more involved.
Presuming correctly, we are going to, from what my knowledge is, we are going to face off with each other and then just see how our robots do and see how they will do against all defenses and all that. And if we need to just fix the robot or just make some improvements on it. I'll favor my team, of course. But anything can happen, but I really favor my team.
What kind of wheels are these? You guys need grease for
Those are the new, the stealth wheels from Andy Mark. They're the same ones that are on the intake.
Those are just tiny. I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah.
The urethane or something?
Yeah.
Turn on automatically. Okay, so where's the switch? It's in. You have to open up the case. I don't remember. There are 3 buttons, and one of them says power. Okay. Are they still working? Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, shit. What happened? Stop there. Stop. Go up. Right to disable. What happened?
How did it move that far?
A lot of side forces.
We're gonna have to put higher.
Ben, lifting up.
Go ahead.
Good to know the arms are strong.
I can't do that.
Hey, loosen up your no.
Lower the tension. Here.
What size wrench is that? The grabbing wrench is.
What size next head is that?
It's fine. I think it's 9/16. 11.
Transcript.
Oh, I have half-inch here.
And I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but we ended up, if you look, our tread, it's got teeth on it. It's driven by a toothed spool of sorts. I don't know the actual term. It's somewhat of a gear. And I don't think our belt was tensioned tight enough. So we actually skipped it off the tread and started bending it up onto the side of the robot, which can compromise the structural integrity of your tread. I need to be able to communicate in a timely manner, especially as coach. Also with just fellow teammates, but especially on the field when you have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to do as much as you can in the most efficient manner. So taking the time, even in these stressed, finite times you have to plan, to listen to everyone's point and then say what should be done and why it should be done and back it up, that's kind of what I've learned through Code Red. You need to let everyone have a voice, then make a final decision and explain why it's the decision. And unless there's something glaring that you've forgotten, you stick with it. Because if you have one plan, even if it's not the best plan, if everyone's set in it and they understand what they're doing, it's going to work better than some big, convoluted, complex plan.
When you manage people, you have to deal with them on such a different level. You really have to get them to do what you want and have them respect you, and there's all these different things to balance out. So dealing with people, it's something that I've learned to do on the fly in a million different ways, and it's kind of incredible how much I've learned about that, and that's probably the most important thing I've taken away from Code Red.
Our team contributed a lot of the points as well, which was really great, so we did really awesome.
Match number 4, 2 robots in motion for blue.
I think you did that first round. It looked pretty good from what I saw.
We had some issues we need to work on. We got blocked and we didn't get the scale, which is not good. We actually had our arm at the wrong angle. The bolt was in wrong, so that should be fixed for next round. So we actually snapped our arm in half last night, and it was literally, we had half a robot last night. We just fixed it, so.
How they call it. So if you come from the courtyard into the sally port and you hold the sally port still open and you do like a 180 or a full 360, the refs have been pretty good about calling that as a cross and then going back through.
3, 2, 1, try! Starting out, match number 8, shot from height, starting in that slide zone from blue. Blue takes a 5-point advantage.
I actually joined the team late my freshman year. I had heard the announcement for the new member meetings, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I didn't show up to the new member meeting. But then Crywee actually encouraged me, you should show up to the next one. We can get you on the roster. So I did, and that decision definitely changed my life. Mr. Crywee, I just call him Crywee. He's what we like to call a faculty advisor, but he just kind of lurks in the background and doesn't accept any credit or fame.
Ian Crywee, technology and engineering education teacher here at Ithaca High School. Also the faculty advisor for Code Red Robotics. Know a little bit about a lot of different things, just enough to be dangerous, and run the Code Red show. But right now, since our win at the Finger Lakes Regional, it's been a frenzy of trying to organize a trip for about 26 or 27 humans from our team to go to St. Louis for the championship event. This is it. As far as education goes, I think the hands-on experience for the kids, it is a huge time investment, but for them to, in a 6-week period, be able to take something that's just given to them as a problem, as a video and a rule book, and then work with the other mentors and work with their peers and things like that and work through the problems.
There's book learning and there's experiential learning. And book learning is really important because you have to know how things work and why they work, but you have to apply that to actually learn it and appreciate it.
The kids who are in my traditional engineering classes or other tech classes, the kids who are part of Code Red, you can see that through about the midpoint of the build season, so end of January, those kids are excelling so much further in class, just because they're seeing it firsthand or doing it firsthand at Code Red.
Often high school doesn't focus on working with others to create a goal and brainstorm new ideas, which is obviously also incredibly critical to being able to step up in society.
We're realizing that to get the advancement that we want in technology, we need to throw a little back to the bottom levels, the high school students, because we need them to move into these fields.
And with the presidential campaign going on, I think all of them agree that we have to bring manufacturing and bring business back to the U.S., and I think this is the type of program and the type of education that the country needs to do that.
STEM is the future. We are going to be having more and more automated devices in the future, and we're going to need to not only know how to communicate with the robots, which is what we learn through the coding, but you need to learn how to work with the people.